Welcome to our guide on navigating payroll records after a corporate bankruptcy. Today, we'll walk through how to recover pay stubs, who to contact, what records truly matter, and how to build fallback proof if the originals are gone. To begin, let's set expectations. This process rewards speed and persistence, and we will give you structured steps you can follow immediately. First, we will outline why pay stubs disappear after a company shuts down. Next, we will cover the fastest path, finding the third-party payroll processor. Then, we will explain how to work with the bankruptcy trustee. After that, we will clarify why a W-2 alone may not satisfy audits or lenders. Then, we will build a fallback evidence package if your pay stubs are unavailable. We will also discuss timelines, retention, and prioritization. Finally, we will give you an actionable checklist and test your knowledge with short quizzes. Before we proceed, please note this is general educational information and not legal, tax, or financial advice. Laws and record retention practices vary by jurisdiction and company, so you should consult an attorney, tax professional, or financial advisor for your specific case. Now let's talk about why this matters. When companies shut down or go bankrupt, employee portals often disappear. While your W-2 covers standard tax reporting, pay stubs contain granular details such as deductions, state or local withholding, and hours worked. Those details can be essential for audits, loan underwriting, government benefits, and dispute resolution. Because access can vanish quickly, time and sequence of actions are critical. To begin, search your email for the name of the payroll processor, such as ADP, Paychex, Paycom, Workday, UKG, Ceridian Dayforce, Intuit, or Gusto. If you received an electronic W-2, use that same portal. Your pay stubs were likely stored there as well. Next, use account recovery to reset your credentials. If you are locked out, contact the payroll provider's employee support. Once inside, download all pay stubs and W-2s at once and store copies both locally and in the cloud. If the payroll portal is unavailable, your next stop is the bankruptcy trustee or administrator. First, locate the company's bankruptcy case number through public records or the court docket. Then, identify the trustee or administrator's contact details. Next, send a formal records request that clearly states your identity, the records you need, the date range, and the purpose. You should be prepared to provide proof of identity and proof of employment, because they must protect sensitive data. After that, follow up on a reasonable cadence, as trustees manage numerous requests during a wind-down. Finally, once you receive access or copies, secure and archive your records. Let's compare the W-2 with pay stubs. The W-2 provides annual totals for wages and taxes withheld and is standard for tax filing. However, it generally lacks pay period detail, hours worked, or benefit deductions. Pay stubs, by contrast, show period-level details such as hours, overtime, local taxes, benefits, and garnishments. Those details are often critical for audits, lenders, and government program verification. This is why relying solely on a W-2 can be insufficient in contested or detailed reviews. Here is a quick guide to common payroll processors. For each provider, first attempt account recovery using the email or phone number you used during employment. Search your inbox for prior messages that contain portal links or usernames. Retention varies by processor and by employer configuration, so do not assume indefinite access. If you regain access, download all documents immediately and store them in multiple secure locations. This flowchart shows the decision path. It starts with the need for pay stubs. If the payroll portal is available, proceed with account recovery, download all pay stubs, and archive them. If the portal is unavailable, you locate the bankruptcy case, identify the trustee's contact, submit a formal request, and provide proof of identity and employment. If records are received, you archive them. If not, you follow up. In parallel, a last resort branch instructs you to assemble alternative evidence, like bank statements, unemployment filings, and trustee correspondence, culminating in a compiled evidence package. If pay stubs are unavailable, build a layered evidence package. Begin with bank statements that show direct deposit amounts and dates. Add unemployment filing records that reflect prior earnings or confirm employment. Include correspondence from the trustee or administrator that confirms your employment dates. Supplement with employment contracts. Offer letters, separation documents, calendars, timesheets, and relevant emails. The goal is to recreate a credible, chronological record that supports your income claims. This timeline illustrates how access degrades over time. Shortly after the bankruptcy filing, portal access can become unstable. A trustee is appointed, and employees begin requesting records. Over subsequent months, retention often weakens as systems are decommissioned. Therefore, in week 1, prioritize portal recovery. In week 2, contact the trustee. In weeks 3 to 4, conduct follow-ups. From month 2 onward, assume that records may become harder to retrieve and focus on assembling fallback evidence. Quiz time. The question is, what is typically the fastest way to recover missing pay stubs after a corporate bankruptcy? The options are: 1. Contact the bankruptcy trustee immediately. 2. Search and log into the former third-party payroll processor's employee portal. 3. Request records from the IRS. 4. Ask ex-coworkers to share their pay stubs. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is to search and log in to the former third-party payroll processor's employee portal. These providers often retain historical records for a period and support account recovery, making this the fastest path compared to court-driven options. When writing to the trustee, use a clear subject line containing your name, former employer, and coverage dates. In the body, identify yourself with your full name, the last 4 digits of your social security number, your last known address, and a contact phone number. Specify exactly which records you need, including pay stubs by date range, W-2 copies, or payroll history reports. State your purpose, such as an audit, loan underwriting, or government verification. Attach a government-issued ID and proof of employment like an offer letter or badge ID. Request a secure transfer method and propose a reasonable response timeline. Here's the second quiz. The question is, if pay stubs are truly unavailable, which combination best builds a credible fallback evidence package? The options are: 1. Coworker testimonials and social media posts. 2. Bank statements showing deposits, unemployment filings, and trustee correspondence. 3. Copies of resumes and a LinkedIn profile. 4. Old calendar invites only. You may pause the video now to consider your answer. We will cover the answer in the next section. The correct answer is bank statements showing deposits, unemployment filings, and trustee correspondence. These items provide date-specific and amount-specific evidence that auditors, lenders, and agencies can validate. To move quickly, act within weeks rather than months. Ensure your name and address exactly match the information on file to avoid verification delays. Download all documents in one session where possible. Store your records in 2 places: 1 encrypted local copy and 1 secure cloud copy. Document every contact and follow-up for an audit trail. Here is a concise checklist presented in Markdown format. The immediate actions include searching your inbox for payroll provider emails, resetting portal credentials, and downloading all pay stubs and W-2s. If the portal fails, identify the bankruptcy case and the trustee. For trustee requests, include your identity, proof of employment, the exact date ranges and documents needed, and a secure delivery method with a response timeline. For fallback evidence, collect bank statements showing deposits, unemployment filings, trustee correspondence, and any offer or separation letters. Let's address common pitfalls. First, do not wait. Systems are often decommissioned quickly. Second, avoid vague requests and be precise about dates and specific documents. Third, do not rely solely on W-2s for audits or underwriting, as detailed pay period information is often required. Fourth, do not depend on a work email address. Move everything to a personal email. Finally, always maintain your own archive of downloads and correspondence. To summarize, first start with the payroll processor's portal and recover your credentials to download all records. If that fails, contact the bankruptcy trustee with a clear, precise request. Remember that W-2s are insufficient for detailed reviews. Pay stubs carry essential specifics. If pay stubs do not exist, assemble a credible evidence package from bank statements, unemployment filings, and trustee correspondence. Above all, move quickly because retention degrades after shutdown, and document every step you take. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe. We would love to hear your experiences or questions in the comments so others can benefit from real-world lessons.